Is the poll still full? Are they still doing? Are they still working their
I heard the
mission?
phone wasn't the phone. That's why I be asking
One
people
minute they say they
questions.
are, then the next minute somebody say that
Yeah,
one
because
minute they say they not, then somebody will say, who said the fold is gone.
honestly, I be hearing the phone being brought up in conversations, and I be like, what does this have to do with the phone? Like, I be so confused, but maybe I'm just not privy to some things, or
Okay,
I don't
I
see a
understand.
lot. But
They
I don't know.
go
Sometimes.
down. They took people's pages and stuff on here.
But
Problematic.
isn't that a lot of other people are on this app though too? So I don't know, because I mean, quiet as kept, I had somebody message me about the little bills, and tell me to watch my page with them. So if the phone was taking down people's pages, like, isn't that what a lot of different groups do on this app too? Not all of them, but I'm
I
just
think
saying.
not to that like to the magnitude that they used to do it. From what I heard, like they would, it would be effective.
I
Like
don't know. I
these
know a lot
days.
of people pages did lose pages, but I think some of the phone members lost pages. I think everybody was losing pages and getting reported, and I don't know. It's just hard because, like I said, I thought that they didn't exist anymore. Like, I thought the phone wasn't the phone. So I guess for me, it's like I get it, because I asked that question before, like, what's really going on over there? But
Maybe they're trying to regroup,
I
rebrand.
don't know. I have no idea, honestly. Like I said, it all seemed like, to me, like, my honest
It's
opinion
so
of,
blatant.
like, some of
So
the
they
beginning.
single-handedly took them on. That's interesting.
I don't know if everybody was like afraid
Well,
of
what
them.
they was scared of.
I don't think people were afraid.
Getting mass reported.
I honestly don't think that.
Oh,
See, I don't really buy into a lot of, like, some of those viewpoints, because I see a lot of people were saying that, like, and is scared of the fold. I don't think that. I don't know. I guess I look at it like differently. I feel like mass reporting is part of the game. I'm gonna be honest. As mad as it sucks or whatever, I think, like, sometimes when you come after people, especially on social media, like, that's the best way to hit people. And I guess I have that mentality because I was in those roast groups and I was in different things, right? So it's like, to me, that's unfortunately, that is kind of like part of it, right? Like, we risk going up on these panels even right now. Like, somebody could be mass banana in us from the outside. But I don't know. Like, I do feel like in the beginning it was a way for everybody to come together, but maybe there wasn't alignment. And I don't think that people were scared. I just think people, I don't know. I don't think people were scared of the fold. I just think stuff started to unravel as people didn't align with each other anymore. And you start,
Who stood up
because
to
before Blaze and Alicia, people was talking about the fold anyway. So, because Blaze and Alicia were not in that Mia situation, Vanessa situation. They weren't in any of that. So that was already going on.
I don't know. This predates me, so I don't really know. There's only things that I've heard.
It's a lot. But the way they make the false seem, it's like, is it a secret society? How do you get in there? How do you get in?
I mean,
Just like the llamas. Where's the applications at for all of
did
y'all
you just
groups?
have to be black or an ally?
No, because faux members, I think, were not just black, from my understanding.
I think
I really feel
they
like it was
are not.
everybody on this app. I feel like it started with everybody on the app was trying to, at that time, social injustice was like really hot then. You had the George Floyd thing happening, you
They
had
have this.
COVID happening. Everybody was really on a social justice kick. I don't know, y'all. I do feel like maybe a lot of the discourse had to do with YT people, but that's just me on the outside looking in. So I don't know.
yeah, because you know what? It's a guy that's over there on Blaze them side now that used to be in the fold
Really?
telling a lot of business. I can't even think of his
Is
name.
it Honey
Is
Badger?
that is that how he got like all of his
Yeah, you
information
know what?
on
That
them?
sound familiar. It seemed like it.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, like, So just like any other thing on this app, Obi, like when people leave certain cliques, they go over to the enemy.
Yep.
I feel like people like every enemy group do that. You feel me? Like we done seen
I
it in so
see.
many different
Mm-hmm.
friend groups and
Well,
clique
right.
groups.
I mean,
So
but going to the enemy is crazy. Like,
yeah, so some of the
Right, because how do
followers,
you fight? How do you fight? How do I can't see the way some of them battle back and forth with each other, and I don't know. Maybe he wasn't as intimately involved because I don't. But the stuff that people rev up and kind of do, like especially if you somebody who's like one of the trollers, posting and so on and so forth. How do you do all of that? But then when you fall out, you link up with them, with the side that you were battling with. That's weird to me. That's very
I
weird.
wouldn't trust
And,
anybody and what they
right, and that was about to be my
I
next.
don't think
Like,
that they do.
how
Honestly,
can I believe you if you're linking up with the other side? And I'm gonna say this. That's the one thing I do respect about Tanya Michelle, because she's not trying to link up with no sides. She like, listen, I'm just gonna put this information out here. Y'all do with it as you want to. That's the one thing I can say. She's not like, oh, I'm gonna go over here and be a llama, or I'm gonna go over here and be this, or I'm gonna go over here and be that.
I
I'm just
think they
gonna
all
say what
have
I know,
like
and y'all do
mutually
with it.
beneficial relationships, and they get what they need out of each other. But I don't think, honestly, a lot of them trust each other 100%. They just do
yeah.
business with each other, and that's it.
Yeah, Glow. At least they neutral. Look, I ain't in nobody's like, I try to show love in any live that I go into. I don't care who it is. If y'all see me in Petty's live, you see me there. If you see me saying hi to Cuban in the live, you see me there. If you see me hi saying to, I don't really go to Ice Speaks live too often, but if you see me saying hi in Blaze's live, I'm gonna go there. If you see me saying hi in Jesse's live, I'm gonna go there. If you see me in Ray to Fix It live, I'm gonna go there. If you see me in YSB live, I'm gonna go there. I don't go to a couple of
I
different
ain't seen
people,
Ray in a minute. Like,
but I
where is
don't
she?
know. I don't know what's going
I
on there.
her. I know
But
last time she came on, she was saying that she wasn't feeling well or whatever. But she did address some things. But then she went back into, just not being around no more.
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, non-glow. I don't pick a side. Like I say how I feel about certain things or whatever, and I give an opinion. And if it's something I think I still yeah, like sometimes if it's not something I seen, I always say if that was true or I didn't see it. Like I say that quite often.
Not fool with the pushers, but I'm also able to be still not biased. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, this person's just so just because you who you are. I that's crazy to me. I ain't got blind faith for nobody. Like I mean, I like Patty, but I don't know it to be like, oh, I'm just gonna put everything on the line and and say that she's right. Because again, everything people know, there's not one thing that anybody does just 100% right. Because
Right.
someone could find something wrong in every single thing that we do, or it could offend, or it could whatever.
That's why I don't really like people be like y'all let anybody in the box like that's why we not in those beefs or nothing like that because at the end of the day whether I agree with what something somebody did or said like I can just
Right,
maturely tell them that and then keep it moving and keep the conversation going like I don't know it just be too much of try to police what people do and say and make people act a certain way that they just really don't act and I'm not in the business of doing that. I tried that before. It don't work.
right. It definitely doesn't work.
But it was interesting, in the midst of what was going on. It was surprising. It was a
Yeah,
little
that was shot too.
So people came together. I never thought, would ever, get along or whatever. So
Aquarius, I wish the situation was fixable. I'm gonna be honest. I hold any space if anybody ever wanted to talk and try to fix their issues. You hear me?
some of these situations are
But
fun.
But
It's
I'll be honest. I I think Patty would be agreeable to talk. Let me say this, but I don't think anybody else, because it seems like if it's not dancing, if Patty is not talking the way that they want her to talk, that's when the issues come. And Petty gonna talk how Petty's gonna talk. She gonna hit jabs, they gonna hit jabs, and so on and so forth. So I don't envision them being willing to talk, one, because she's gonna point out a lot of the things that don't even make sense for them, because a lot of it doesn't, like the stuff that y'all fighting about, because the fight should not be with Petty, the fight should be with the person who's done whatever in that degree. Now, what they could come to Petty and say is, hey, what you said was wrong. Let us tell you why you're wrong. Let us tell you why this was offensive. Let me tell you why whatever. Because even though I could be 100 years old, there's some 100-year-old racist people out here. So
Mm-hmm.
you can't say an age tells you when somebody is gonna know something, think something's wrong. You can't. There's no age on it. But I think that if you present it in the right way to anybody, they will be, they will receive it. But she's tried. I know that she's tried to talk to other folks before, and it kind of hasn't gone right.
I don't know. I guess the biggest thing for me is that I really don't like to see, like, I mean, I'm not saying that we can't have like disagreements in the black community or whatever like that, but I really just, for me, I don't like seeing black women like go at each other. But I know I've
It
even came
happened.
at some black women too, you know what I'm saying? And I get that it gets there, it gets to that point. You feel me? Like it honestly does. But sometimes I just wish a little bit more conversations were had versus like what
Right,
happens
Glove
on
comes, and
both
that's the thing.
ends.
She will. I will say she will admit where she's wrong, and that's the one thing I can in her wrong. She will admit it.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't agree with everything that Petty said in her live, when she was going against Tavia. I don't agree with everything that Tavia said, when she was going against Petty. Like, there's some things I disagree with on both sides. I can see, like, I don't think that all of the cancel, like, if the movement is to like cancel Petty, like, I don't believe in cancel culture altogether, and I just think that
Girl,
that's
they don't believe in cancel culture. If
So,
that's the case, every damn body should be
so
canceled.
kind
Because
of like,
who on this app has done 100%? Who ain't violated a community guideline on this app? I want to know who.
me. So
We all have.
I
There's
can't even
nobody.
say
So
that.
we
I don't
can't
even
even.
know what the community, all of them are.
I've
So I
I've read
probably
them
have.
when they was going on and on about Gency. It honestly made me go and read them. And guess what? Every last one of us have done something.
Glow, my
Well,
other
Is it
page
a
banging
Amber.
right now.
Oh yeah, I remember. She was trying to. She had a live, right? She was talking about some of the things that she was going through, and all of a sudden like they took her down. There was only like 11 of us in there too. You still banned from that?
Well,
I don't think a lot of people heard your story, so I don't know if you want to do a rerun. Maybe you might want to come up here and tell us, but then that might reignite some stuff with
oh, don't get us banned today, girl. I
you know
just
look?
got access to
Right,
this
we
we
don't want
page,
to
listen.
feel
We
but
already probably
that.
teetering on the.
I feel
I
you,
can't
Glow. I
take
feel
no more
no
today,
problem.
Glow.
No, I'm not saying today. Like today,
When she get out of timeout.
Glow. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying though, like
Yeah, one
yeah.
and done, Glow. If you already talked about it, ain't no need to even talk about it again. Look,
Not
the Gia said, no, not
a
today.
lot of people was there to
Here, yeah.
to hear. I definitely wasn't there. I didn't even know that it had happened. So on that day, I was sitting in the chat just listening to what she was saying or whatever, and boom, they just took her down.
I'm tired. I can't take no more, y'all. I can't. I'm trying to see if Blaze gonna go live, but honestly, like I
Right,
might
I
be
need to. I'm
asleep.
gonna be honest.
Blaze went
I
in.
pause for the call.
He
Just get my mind
he
Shit,
right.
done he done
I'm
added
asleep.
some fuel to that fire. Some
Yeah.
fuel.
Oh, you,
Listen,
baby, he
I
about
Now we
to
got
add gas. He
problems.
about to add pure gasoline. Okay.
I just
If we
oh
didn't
my
have
god.
problems before, we definitely got problems now.
I
If
just don't
we have,
understand. No, we don't got no problems. Blaze ass got some
what you mean?
problems.
We ride a dawn. I'm playing. I'm just saying.
We
But
only got problems somebody trying to bring us in it. Like we ain't in it. You know
we
what I'm
ride a
saying?
dawn.
Like over
But
here,
you know
people.
now we'll say he with the shits.
They really, yo, the way he was doing it,
Child.
I was just like, oh my god, Yeah,
Oh,
he done did
Gia,
it
he went
now.
live earlier, and we streamed that one.
Yeah, he
Gee,
done
we've been
did it.
streaming and doing
I
stuff
think
all
one
day.
of the Llama's pages or Queen of Receipts. Go check those out on YouTube.
We
One
Queen
of
of
did.
Receipts, they ain't gonna probably put Blaze stuff up there.
We've been here
Not
for
if they
12
ain't gonna put that.
hours.
they call him Blake for a reason.
All I know is Robbie gonna come back at Blaze, though he gonna get more hype. Like when Blaze get hype, Robbie gonna get hype too. Rabby or whatever his name is. He probably gonna get hype too, y'all. And he probably gonna go too. I don't know,
No,
but
they gonna send him because they ain't gonna let Nathan be the one to you all right?
no, y'all heard that fall? That's
Yeah.
that
Did
was
you
stuff in
break
the
a glass or
kitchen.
something?
Look, I'm laying on the couch. I looked up like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he was defending Petty. He was not gonna let what
But
that lady name
is
is,
her name is Tatiana. They're
try to
gonna let
cancel her. Sobe also said that he ain't with that, so he said that he also riding behind Petty.
but Blaze didn't really say anything about Rabby. But watch how Rabby is gonna come out like the attack dog because T Nathan is not gonna say anything. Just watch.
Look, I don't know. To me, everybody is their own person and free mind and free thinkers. I don't know, but not really. The people in the comments don't be. But the
Just
people that be
watch.
going live, I be like, I don't know.
What
Just
you mean?
watch. It's gonna be Rabby that's gonna come out and talk about all Blaze did this, he just gonna be Rabby.
I
But
believe that
he's gonna
Rebbe
be
is.
the
I
one
don't
to
know.
keep right. He's gonna be the one to keep
Oh, you saw
going.
what he looked like, Gia? Yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting, right?
Zeno is
Who
trash.
Zeno?
He is trash.
Baby, listen. He must got the gift of gab, okay? Cause
He
ain't no
is
way.
trash.
I think that
Baby.
he used his trauma to trauma bond with other people.
Yup.
So, they let down their guard
And all that
and were
trauma
much
bonding.
more
I couldn't
comfortable,
imagine I
sharing with
couldn't
him.
imagine sending a picture like that.
I mean, I think that that's where it started off as, and because they
He
became
was
comfortable.
manipulating. So, like, I understand why they was sending the picture. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't because regardless of how he looked, like somebody can look unattractive, right? And they can definitely manipulate the situation and get you in the good graces. You're like, oh, I like their personality. You start trusting them a little bit more. Like it's just like really playing on that other part of yourself. You feel me? So like I've dated some people that were maybe not that attractive, but with time, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna check it out. You feel me? So like I can't really say that. Gia said no. Gia said Gia go
Let me
somewhere.
put up
Yeah.
the throw up an emoji
Listen,
in the
I'm with
chat.
Gia. I can trauma bond with you. I can listen.
I'm gonna just
No
leave that
ma'am, no
there in the
sir.
comment.
Nah, I definitely can see it. So you know what I'm saying? I think the situation is that he manipulated so many people, and that is just really disgusting. Hey, Panda. I just think that is disgusting.
Conversation needs to be had about the enablers in that whole situation.
I do think that think somebody
Uh,
needs to hold alive and have any enabler that knew about what was going with him up in the panel and ask them why they didn't say anything. You know what I'm saying? And I do think that the focus is going off of Zeno, and I think that the focus should still be on him, but also the people who knew what was going on.
It's over with for him. They're taking him to court. They're gonna take everything from him.
I hope they do. I hope. I
I hope
hope.
they win.
Even if they don't choose to, oh, the victim. Okay, so the victims didn't want them to say anything because the way it kind of seemed is that they just weren't saying
Oh,
anything.
Panda, are you the one that was hosting the live?
Yeah, Panda, you can come up. Hold on,
I,
sister.
I think that's the person I was holding the live. What do
Yeah,
you know?
Panda is the one that held the live. Sister.
Oh, okay. Welcome to the live.
Sister Panda might be in the comment in the guest box. Hi, Panda.
Welcome.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
How are you?
Hi, good.
It paused.
Too bad we got a car
Sorry,
door.
can
Oh,
you guys
there we
hear
go.
me?
Yeah, we can hear you
Hi.
now.
Yeah, so a couple of things. So the victims, they went to people that they were close to. within the friend group of Zeno, and I am included in that friend group. However, during the time when that was happening, I was already off the app dealing with life, so I wasn't privy to any of that stuff that was going on. The victims didn't want the people that were informed to, host live or tell anybody. However, they did tell people, and they did tell big creators, and the creators did admit that on their own different lives, but they said that they needed proof. The only reason why it got to this big of a head is because when I came back to the app, I found out that Zeno was dating my sister. And then,
Oh my God.
yeah, and then pretty much, he was doing some, stuff, and she was just sad all the time and hosting these sad lives. So I had to reach out to him and figure out what was going on. And when I was able to figure that out, it got interesting because he kept saying that, I'm not doing anything, but then you see him in the gaming part of TikTok, like the battle community. So he went to that side of TikTok, and he's on the battle side of community, and then he's having his green screen on with other girls, and pretty much kind of like taunting my sister. And I'm just like, come on, like, what are you doing? Like, you telling her that you have these feelings for her, but then you're spitting on her face by spending the all day in these lives with these these girls that are pretty much spitting in her face too, because they know that y'all have a thing, and they're still you still doing things with them. So I didn't like that. So it got to a head on Friday. Friday is when it got to a head. So on Friday, she calls me, she's upset, and I was just like, at this point, I need to know what is going on with Zeno. I need to reach out to somebody that knows Zeno a little bit longer than me to find out what the heck is going on. And that was somebody that actually knew one of the victims type thing. So when we all had that 3-way call, that's when, she said, oh, da 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 da, noodles. And I said, who sent who the noodles? Then here comes my sister piping up saying, I sent da 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 noodles. And then I'm looking at the phone and saying, like, screaming, like, you sent the who to what? You said who what? And then somebody else saw your what? I said, oh, heck nah. I was going to go live on Friday, but she was granting him that 15 hours of freedom. That's what that was. Because I told her to let him know when I get off of work at the hospital on Saturday, I'm going to go live and drag his ass. I don't give a shit. So 15 hours of freedom is what he has right now. And when I went live on Saturday, I pretty much went for it to get his butt out. But it was afterwards, that's when I found out the box request was outrageous because here comes everyone else. Like, I only thought there was like a couple, but it went from a couple to like 32. So I really need these ladies to file their IC3 reports. Like, this guy is not going to stop. And I'm glad that that live happened because the people that he did get to meet and be around in the battle community, they also sent him noodles. And those need to be wary of that because what he's doing now is he's going from different groups to group. He's hopping from bank to bank. So people need to take this seriously. I don't care what type of inner, sectional beef everyone else has going on, but the focus right now needs to be on Zeno because as you can clearly see, he went from one side to another side and he's doing the same ish that he did on one side to that side of TikTok. So I need everyone to actually really pay attention, take heed, and please, lady, respect your body. Your body's a temple, and if they ain't gonna love and touch upon it in person, they don't deserve it anyway. That's pretty much.
Thank you, thank you. And she's right, y'all. Thank you for that. And I'm really sorry that your sister, I didn't know. I knew you hosted the live. I didn't know because I didn't catch the first part of your live. I just caught it when it was just so much. It was so heavy. Everybody was coming up. People were apologizing to Terry, and it was just a lot happening. I didn't know it was your actual sister too, who was a victim. And I hope that even though they don't have to, you know what I'm saying? They don't have to go to the authority if they choose not to. But I hope every last one of them link up and go tell the cops on his ass because he is disgusting.
No, he is. He is. He is disgusting. And whoever said it, they said it right. He does have the gift of gab. He might not be attractive wise, but the gift of gab can make you do a lot of crazy things. It's just like having a sip of wine. So y'all be careful out there in the TV streets. But I just want to make sure that's clarified.
Well, the only reason I said that though, Panda, was because Terry has says there was a particular live where Terry, I think, was done kind of wrong in, and there were some people at that time, I think, that may have known what was going on. I'm not quite sure, 100%
They
sure,
did not believe her.
but they may not
Yeah.
have believed her at that time. That's why I said that.
No, and I agree. And that was hosted during the time that I was not on the app. So I wasn't even privy to that live. So when people actually started coming up on my live and apologizing, I was a little bit confused on why they were apologizing to Terry in that aspect. I did not know that there was something that was big that happened prior to that caused her not to be on the app in that nature. I wasn't aware of that. So I still haven't been able to take my time and actually watch the live, but I feel as though if there was people that did know that was in that live and was privy to it, they should have said something where it didn't go that way and fall out of in that domino effect. Because we all need to take our part, especially if we know something, say something. I'm very blunt, and that's my mouth gets me in trouble in that aspect because I'll just run you for filth. I'm going to tell you what it is first, and I'm not asking questions later because I'm giving you the raw feelings of what it is in that moment. So I feel as though, however that live took place and however it transpired, whoever knew about it and it went to another narrative, they should have piped up and rectified it and fixed it in that moment because she should have never been ringed through the ringer like that. It's not
Yeah. And we gave her a voice. You know, she came over here too. She was on our live the other day or whatever. But and anybody can come up. You know, we don't really care. People can come up. He can't come up. I heard enough from Zeno. Zeno can't come
I
up
don't
here.
know.
But you know, for the most part, anybody can come up. But it's just unfortunate because it is a lot of beefs that's going on right now, and obviously we've been watching it and watching videos and talking about it, you know, over here damn near all day today. Like it's been 12 hours we've been live now. Jesus,
Oh, snap.
my sister wanted to run a marathon, girl, and
How are you
apparently,
holding up, Panda? How are you and your sister post that live? Those lives.
yeah. How are you guys?
You know, she's hanging in there. Those the battle community is smoke all day for them. I don't give a shit. So they can suck a whole big one. But I mean, I'm just here. If I'm to be honest, I can't say I'm okay because that would be a lie. I'm just here, and I'll be here today, and I'll lay my eyes and close my eyes, and hopefully I'll be here tomorrow. But it is what it is. Just these men, just y'all be careful, man. Please don't fall for these sweet nothings, because I swear to God, man, they be selling a hope and a dream and be sleeping on it. Y'all be careful out here. I swear to God, I'm not with the ish. Please be mindful. But yeah, I'm just here.
Are you
Yeah,
guys doing things to take care
thank
of
you so much.
yourselves?
What'd you say, Obi?
No, I was asking her if they were doing things to take care of themselves, manage their mental health in this time.
um, I can't speak for her. I know that she's going through her own things, and as of right now, life is just trials and tribulations. That always comes in threes. It don't just come one by one. Like it comes in threes cycles. So she's taking her time to figure her own stuff out. Likewise, myself, like I said, I took a break off the app because I had my own ish going on, and then I come back to the app to some ish. So yeah, it's what it is.
Yeah, I just, it's unfortunate because it is like all this other shit is overshadowing the Zeno situation, and that does give him an opportunity to move over to different groups. So I do think the focus needs to definitely be on him, and then eventually maybe some people that treated Terry a little wrong and knew what was happening and can focus to them. But he's a creep. He's a creeper, and he needs to be off the app. He doesn't need to be anywhere. He needs to be in jail.
No,
I feel like that should
he
be
does.
criminal.
He does. And yes, I want everyone to really be mindful. I didn't know how many different sub groups and sides of TikTok that there is. You got witch talk, you got trucker talk, you got the talk that we're on, you got battle talk.
Yeah.
So he can go to different groups. So if you guys really don't want another woman to go through this, you guys, the victims especially, y'all really need to file that report and take action because he's already started to talk.
And
It's not gonna stop. Men like this, unless you really do some, even sometimes with criminal action, they don't stop. But hopefully that'll deter them a little bit, because I've definitely had people, expose my pictures and other people saw, like multiple people and stuff like that. And it is a very uncomfortable feeling and situation. I just, he got to get off the app. He got to do
I was
something.
actually gonna ask about that. I
I
did
don't think they
see
can.
in the
TikTok don't
live,
care.
right? But I did see in the live, Javon mentioned, that he was to no longer be on the app. Is that something that he agreed to when
So
when he spoke to you guys?
So in that live, as you can see, it seemed like, because this is how I am. If I'm getting ready to pop my ish about you, like I made a story time, I let the people that was going to be in the story time know that I'm saying their name in the story time. I like to make sure that whatever I'm saying it goes to the right address. I don't
Mm-hmm.
care if you don't like it, block me. I don't give a shit. But I'm about to talk about you as a warning. So he knew about the live, and I think that since I already let him know that he knew about it, he kind of just was already checked out. You can see like he was not really, he was there, but he wasn't really there.
Right.
He was
Right.
already like checked out. So I don't think he really paid attention to Jay Vaughn.
Yeah. Javon.
So yeah.
Is he still on the app? To your knowledge?
I know his account is still there. He changed his profile picture, says under construction. So obviously he's still there. His account's not deactivated. It's still active. It's just private.
Okay. Okay.
So, I mean, we can't technically run anybody off the app. That's what I've noticed. But we can make people aware of creeps. And we can't run somebody off the app, but y'all can definitely lock his back where he doesn't have access to it. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I can barely even say that because, there's a prison talk. Y'all be
Yep.
careful out here, man.
There's
Yeah.
prison talk. They be in
There's prison
the
talk. So
cells online.
I can't even
You could
say
get
that. So,
hella gifts too.
right. So I can't say that. So y'all just be careful. I was live swiping and I stopped and I was like, oh, okay. And I heard the Xeno thing, so I just want to make sure y'all are aware that no, the victims that went to certain people, they did not feel comfortable saying anything. I'm not with the ish. If I found something, I'm just going to scream and shout about it. And it's either you're with me or you're against me. So yeah.
Thank you for coming up and clearing that up for us. And having that dialogue with us too, because we was just sitting here. We've been talking about everything all day, girl. I'm exhausted, but that was just one thing. You're right. And I don't believe necessarily in cancel culture. I just say I want him off the app. I know realistically, like, that's not a thing. I really wish we can, like, creeps and pedophiles and all these just weirdos and predators and all of these sick people, men, women, I don't care, non-binary, anybody who's doing something harmful to people in general, people, kids, elderly, I don't care, black, white, I don't care. They shouldn't be on the app. But realistically, we can't cancel them, and like she said, they go to jail. It's a whole prison talk. They be live. Talk to people in the comments.
Yeah, there's a whole prison talk, but y'all keep it easy. I just want to make sure that was
Thank
cleared up.
you. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much for coming
Um,
up.
You're welcome. Bye,
you and
guys.
your sister
Bye.
find some healing from the situation. I really do.
Yeah, me too. For
As well
sure.
as all the other victims.
But y'all, prison talk is the thing. And it's these profiles that be having like the different prisoner things in there. You can like write them and date them. And they be having their little dating prison profile. It's wild. Prison talk is wild. Yeah, definitely take care of your mental health, your sister's mental health as well. Because that situation was disgusting.
I'm feeling all the feelings I was feeling during while I was watching that live. It's just That's so crazy.
Yeah, after a while, lives like that I have to back out of because, you know, I've been victims of people sharing and looking at my pictures and saying all kind of stuff and being recorded,
For
didn't know
her,
it was being recorded. You know, I've been victims
close,
of all of that. So
you know. So if it
it's
had to be,
Blaze live, y'all. Somebody gonna do a live check.
what do you mean trauma dumping?
People be trauma dumping on this app.
Yeah, yep.
She said that's what people do. It's Blaze live. I see Sweet Little Bill 57 just came in. Sweet Nessie, is Blaze live? You still in here or you just popped in and scrolled out?
Just one man. One man did all of this.
Mm-hmm. One sick, creepy man. It's a lot of creepy men and women in this world. Like, not even just on this app, just like in this world.
Yeah.
And they manipulate people. Like, I just don't understand how you just manipulate a person's, you know, and I've definitely been manipulated. Like, how do you just manipulate a good person? And they tend to genuinely like people, trusting people. They can tell that about you. It's like they smell it on you. Like, oh, I know I can manipulate this person. Oh, sneaky little fucks.
I mean, he did this entire narrative onto her, so she looks like the bad guy, and he looks like the victim in the situation.
And then to
I
go
mean,
victimize all these other people in silence too. Like,
sociopath. So that's what she was saying when she was saying that, you know, like when you see him on that live, he really looks like he's checked out.
he
And every
did look
time, you
checked
know,
out.
people were asking him, like, you know, why did you do this?
I
And
ain't gonna
I
lie, his
don't
face was pissing
understand.
me
And he
off.
was just like, oh, I don't know. There's no reason. There's no reason.
Oh, I was so mad. I was so mad,
That
Obi.
give me sociopath vibes. Like, this man is dangerous.
You know, those are the things that get me upset. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like certain things do get me mad. And that got me mad. Cause I'm like, what do you
He
mean you
doesn't have
don't
a heart.
know? What the
Did he
fuck you
even
mean?
apologize? Did he even say sorry?
I don't even know, but at this point, like, I don't believe he's sorry.
How can he be, bro? This is like he wanted this. Was no mistake. It's
They
very much not.
don't be, look, Obi, they don't be sorry that they did it. They be sorry that they got caught.
That's what it was looking like to me. This motherfucker, something else, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He had a whole girlfriend. I mean, this what Panda just said when she came in. Like, I didn't know that little bit of information.
I
I mean,
didn't
there was so
either.
much going on in our life to begin with. It's just like, how can you retain all of that? But I don't. I had no idea that her sister was engaged in a relationship with him.
Or, yeah, some form of, it just,
Some form, yeah.
she, I'm just speaking to my wife right now. I'm not saying men don't need to protect themselves either. I think y'all too, but I'm a woman and I'm not a man, and I'm about to speak to my ladies. We gotta start really protecting ourselves. Like, we gotta definitely, you know, learn somebody a little bit more. And I know sometimes you can learn people and think you know them and they can still do you shady, but you know, some of these situations, not victim blaming at all, because it's not your fault, but I do think that some things could be avoided, y'all. You know, we just gotta, our body is definitely our temple. And I am all for sexual freedom and liberation of women. I absolutely am. But the way that these men are being so creepy out here with us, what they are doing to us,
Mm-hmm.
like, we gotta be sexually liberated with the right person, and sometimes it's hard to see who that right person is. Like, and I'm all for hooking up with strangers and everything. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Like, I don't personally do it myself, but I don't care if anybody else do it. But in this day and age, like, it's just too many creeps out here, y'all. We gotta move differently, y'all.
You know what I learned from this very app? You know, keep your business to yourself. You don't share any of your most intimate details with anybody.
Tap
You
blast
never
alive, y'all.
you never know that they can then turn around and weaponize it against you. So definitely don't tell people what you, because a lot of these people that prey on others, they learn you. They sit there, they pay attention. I think we were talking about that the other day, right? Watch Me Work. That
Mm-hmm.
these narcissists, they sit there and they learn you, and then they come back around, you know, seeming like they are just like the perfect person, like you just know them for forever, but it's just been in the cut studying you, you know, and they'll say all the right things and they'll do all the right things. But over time, you know, that mask begins to peel and you get to see who they really are underneath it all, you know. And you don't really get to know a person unless you spend time with them. You have to be in their presence for a long period of time to really get to even to begin getting a gauge on them. Because these narcissists, these covert narcissists are out here. Vizino in particular is a sociopath. I believe it. I am diagnosing him as a sociopath. I know there's a bunch of people on this app that say that don't, you know, diagnose. I'm putting that label on that man.
I
The
am
man,
done with you. I always say I am diagnosing him a sociopath.
yep. I don't care. But I ain't never seen something like this. Like for real.
Yeah, it really is disgusting. Tap blast the live, y'all. Tap it like. We want to get up to 1K. We are almost there. I'm tired.